Here's how you know a relationship is a good relationship for you. It makes you feel better about yourself, not worse. It makes you feel more loved. So if you are not getting those things, it's a relationship you can't be in.
Here is today's case.
Mase has become extremely jealous, and that ends today.
I'm a very secure man. It's just the sneakiness that I'm not gonna let slide.
If I look at my phone, he thinks I'm cheating.
I'm the wise one in this relationship, so my girls should just listen to me.
Mase has two options, love me or hit the road.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, for the first time in divorce court, we have a virtual audience and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Natasha from Fort Worth, Texas.
Natasha, welcome to divorce court. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Ma'am, this is the case of Puryear versus Crank.
Thank you, Juan. Precious Puryear,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have brought Mase Crank
Yes, Your Honor.
to court today. You say the two of you have been together for 6 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
But if Mr. Crank can't learn to trust you, you said the relationship is over.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's fine if you agree with her. You understand the ramifications at stake today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I'll start with you, Ms. Puryear. Tell me what's happening.
I've been with Mr. Crank for over 6 years. I love him. I feel like the trust in our relationship, we have none. And if Mr. Crank can't learn to trust me, I don't think we're gonna make it. We're not even married yet, and we're on divorce court already.
How did y'all meet?
At the Plasma Center, and I was going to donate, and we met, and I fell in love, and I went down there and just put on my heels and my dresses and
To donate
reeled
plasma?
them in. Yes, ma'am, I had to go reel Macy's in. I was on the verge of breaking up with my ex. We was on very bad terms, and
You were on your way out of a
yes,
relationship.
ma'am, like literally.
But, okay, and what about you?
When we first met, we was creeping with each other on significant others, and the issues that we had.
Why did you decide to step out on your relationship? Were you married or just in a relationship?
I was in a relationship.
Okay.
I got tired of being treated like a child. I'm a grown man. If it's things that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do.
So why didn't you break up? Why did
Macy,
you creep instead of break
you
up
treat
with
me
your
like a
significant other so you could actually date Miss Puryear and not have to sneak around? If you're a grown man, isn't that what grown men do?
Yeah, that's what grown men do, but I don't
And what
treat you
about
like
what
a
about
child.
you? So you were in a relationship as well. You said you were on your way out,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
would you characterize yourself as also sneaking or creeping around, as he put it?
In the beginning, yes.
So
if you
yes.
want to just be technical, yes.
So
ma'am.
you were hiding this relationship from the person that you were, even though you say you were on the way out, you were also hiding the relationship.
Yes.
So now you're here in divorce court because the two of you say you have trust issues in your relationship. Are we surprised? So, 6 years together
Yes.
and significant trust issues. Tell me what's happening, Ms. Puryear. Give me an example of why you say Mr. Crank is unreasonable with his level of distrust.
Your Honor, I come home from work one day and we decide to make love. And afterwards, he told me that I smelled like a condom. He waited till the next day to ask me about it.
I'm almost sorry I asked this question. But Mr. Crank, so you feel like she did not pass a smell test, in
Well,
your opinion?
It's not a smell test. It's that, I mean, I'm old enough to know what a condom smells like.
Okay.
And that's what I smelled, and
It's
I
a lot of
stopped.
things that's made out of rubber.
That's one example. That's interesting that you think that you can detect that certain smell. Miss Puryear, were you actually cheating with someone else?
No, ma'am, I was not.
So
I
that
haven't
was
cheated on him
just a
since
false
I've been-
allegation.
Yes,
He was
ma'am.
making an accusation.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it was unfounded,
Yes, Your
according to
Honor.
you. Was there anything else to support what you think you discovered that day?
No, ma'am, besides that and the way that we met, and I thought it was, I thought it was relative.
But you thought it was relevant, but you met 6 years ago. It's been 6 years. So the entire 6 years, you're telling me that there have been issues of
Yes, Your Honor.
mistrust?
Yes, I'm on trial every
Well,
day.
is she going to get plasmas? Is she still going to get plasma?
No, she's not, but the way that we met it was relevant because when we met, we was in her relationship, she was taking me to her family's house to be with me, knowing she was still with this man.
Why is that raising suspicion with you now?
Because the time that we've been together for 6 years, If she did that with me in the beginning, why can't it happen at this point in time? Why couldn't it go on and happen now?
Right.
She's not too far gone where she couldn't start that over. You know, if she goes over there, she do go to her family's house. I don't say anything.
But it is her family. I know that's where y'all were sneaking around, but it is still her family.
Right.
So anytime she goes over there now, it's raising a suspicion with you?
It's just the things that she does. You know, if I call her, sometimes she don't answer the phone. She'll wait and call me back saying, oh, she was talking to this person in her family. She just sitting here doing this. When I used to go to her at her mom's house, her ex used to be there. And she would fuss her mom out about having her ex there. But, you know, what's different from then than different from now? By
your theory, though,
yes,
you could always accuse her of cheating.
Right.
Just because she goes over to the relative's home.
Right, but
So I'm asking for more. Let me ask you, Ms. Puryear, have you stepped out of this relationship at any point since the two of you committed to each other?
No, Your Honor.
Not even once?
Not once.
And you don't believe her?
At some points, no.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
I feel like Mase is insecure. He's older than me, so he feels like I want someone younger. If I wanted to be with someone younger, I would be with someone younger. He just don't seem to understand that.
It always seems like you resulted back to me to not being able to believe you, but I go off of facts. Every time that I go in the bathroom and I come out, you know, how a person can be on their phone doing stuff. When you hear a person come out, you can swipe left and take it away and continue to play a game or something. And that's what I feel like that I see. That's what I feel like that I'm doing. The time that we've been together for the whole 6 years, 4.5 years of that, we had no social media on our phone. Now that we agreed upon having it, now is
Mr. Crank, I think that fixing us is social media is not the problem. I sit in this courtroom every day and I hear about a lot of cheating and a lot of sneaking around, and people are very creative in the ways and means they go about doing these things. And I'm just asking you because when I suspect it, I call it out. But from everything you've told me so far today, I'm just not convinced. The only thing I'm convinced of is that the way that you met is the way you think you could also lose this relationship. She can go to her relative's house and visit all the time. Does not mean that she's cheating. What else do you have?
Okay, we have the social media thing. The time that we've been together for the whole 6 years, 4.5 years of that, we had no social media on our phone.
Because the two of you agreed to that,
because
right?
We agreed to that. I said, okay, we're not gonna do it because I don't do social media. I have it, but it's mainly for my family. You know, I may get on there, look, see who posts something, I cut it off.
Right.
Now that we agreed upon having it, now is, you know, she can video chat with old friends and all of this right here. I don't do that.
So, okay, but you agreed now to be on social media. The two of you agreed to be on social media.
We agreed to have social media. We didn't agree to start texting old friends or old friends calling.
Give me an example of what you're talking about.
Okay, for example, if I got somebody in 4th grade that I knew in 4th grade, oh, I wish I can video chat with you. I don't chat with nobody in 4th grade.
But what's wrong with that? Is there
went.
something inherently wrong with reconnecting? Is it a male? Is it a man?
Yes.
Okay, let me see the messages you submitted to court. Hello, did you attend, and what's that, the name of the school?
Yes, ma'am.
And you say, yes, sir, it's me? That's you?
Yes, ma'am.
And he says, how have you been? And you respond, I've been good, how you doing? I haven't seen you since the 4th grade, wild time flies. Who is this person?
That's my 4th grade teacher, Your Honor.
That's her 4th grade teacher?
Okay, that's her 4th grade teacher, Honor. I'm 11 years her senior. She likes older men.
Are those the messages? Is that
Yes.
it?
No, Your Honor, I have a message too. If he would have read all the messages, he would have seen that there was no type of foul play involved.
Let me see the messages. Okay, who is in the blue?
I'm blue.
You busy right now? Yeah, why do you ask? I was about to video you for a second. It will have to be in an hour. Okay, if I'm not busy at 5, I'm going to video you just for a minute. So what's going on?
Why
were you
video chatting?
Why would I video?
Indulge me for a second, and why were you video chatting with your former school teacher?
It's my teacher, Your Honor. It was just a reconnection. We had just became friends on Facebook.
What is your fourth grade teacher's name?
Lamont Rogers.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I understand he submitted a statement to court today?
Yes.
Did you know that Mr. Rogers was submitting a statement to the court, sir?
No.
Okay, let's see the statement from Mr. Rogers. I've been knowing Precious and her family since she was a little girl. She attended a school I was employed at. Everyone knew Precious, so when I saw her on Facebook, I had to speak to her. It saddens me that she has to appear in divorce court over me. I testify that there is nothing going on between Precious and I. Hopefully her and her counterpart can solve this. Does this resolve this issue in your mind now?
It resolves this one issue. It doesn't resolve the whole thing.
Do you know that social media is the way that most people stay connected with their family? You just said that that's the way you use social media, to stay connected with family.
I would say get rid of it until we fix us.
Mr. Crank, I think that fixing us is social media is not the problem. Fixing the two of you has to start with your mindset and what you think about what it means to really trust someone and to love them and to believe in them.
It's not that I don't.
And the fourth grade teacher is what he said, that it's sad that their messaging caused a problem in your relationship because it shouldn't have. I think that you are hyper vigilant and it's almost becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy to you, that you're trying to hold on so tight and you're so worried about losing it that it's actually drawing a wedge between the two of you. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. You have not presented anything to me today to show me or somehow convince me that Miss Puryear is creeping, the two of you start doing. You reconnecting with her fourth grade teacher just doesn't do it. It's not evidence for me. I think that you are hyper vigilant about the fact that she might be cheating and it's almost becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy to you, that you're trying to hold on to it so tight and you're so worried about losing it that it's having the actual opposite effect, that it's actually drawing a wedge between the two of you.
My heart is
and
on
it
the
is
line.
pushing her away.
My heart is on the line and I don't see me pushing her away.
I'm telling you what I see. I'm telling you what I see. And guess what? She brought you to court today, and the reason she brought you to court was if he can't learn to trust me, the relationship is over. I think there's a real issue of lack of trust here. And I don't see how it's substantiated by anything that's actually happening in the relationship. I don't see it.
Here go another one, okay? We got this bank issue, all right? If I go to work and I put my money in the bank, why? She has a problem with banks. Like if she get a tax check, she don't want to put her money in the bank. She wants to cash a check and just hold on to cash. If I put my money in the bank and make it available to you and my children, put your money with mine and make it available to me and the children.
And what do you think she's doing with her money?
She may be saving it for a getaway.
He thinks it's a getaway fund, Your Honor. I'm going to just take my money and run.
So, Mr. Crank, how do you go from her not putting the money in the bank, just not putting your money in the bank, to the reason is she's saving it to leave me? How do you jump from that fact to that reason? Do you see what I mean?
I'm saying that it may be that reason. I'm not saying that it is.
Are you saving it to make a clean break?
No, Your Honor. My paycheck go in there, but certain money I don't want to go in there. It doesn't mean I don't share it with him because I share everything I get with him. It's nothing, I'm not making a getaway fund or anything like that. Mase just has these insecurities and he puts them on me like it's me and I haven't done a thing.
Is there what can she do to bring trust into this relationship? I'm just curious. What do you think she could do differently?
She can do all of the things that I do. If I give her total access to everything that I have, everything, then she can do the same. Don't sit here and say, oh, I love you,
just
this.
Just because it doesn't go in the bank don't mean you don't have access.
Go ahead, sir.
And true, but you got a record of mine where it keeps a record, then we can keep a record of yours too. I don't need to turn around and say, oh, baby, I was there when you spent this, and there go $1,000 still sitting down there where I don't even know where it came from.
Here's where we are. I think that you can compromise on the issue when it comes to finances. I think that's something the two of you can talk about and compromise on. However, the main issue in the relationship is a lack of trust. Mr. Crank has expressed throughout this proceeding today that he simply does not trust you, and he has given several reasons why. The evidence is very thin in terms of what you see as could be possible indiscretions that she's engaging in. I don't see it. But I think that the issue is there. I don't know if that's ever going to go away, and it is based on a couple of things, which is how you met, because you know, you've heard this saying many times probably, how you get them is how you lose them. And I think that that's been in the back of your mind the entire relationship. And I think that the 11-year age difference has become an issue for you because there is a fear that you have that she is going to leave you, that she's going to make this getaway. And anytime she's communicating with someone, even if it's her 4th grade teacher, or anytime she does any actions outside of things that you don't do, you consider those actions to be something that is against the betterment of your relationship, and you take it personally, and it's not helpful because what it's doing is it's now driven a wedge between the two of you because you have to. I'm going to tell you something. The most successful relationships are based on a sense of deep friendship, and what comes in that is trust and loyalty and respect. Those 3 things. And when you don't have that, it's really hard to continue to build the lifelong relationship that you want if you're going to continue to accuse her or ask her if she's cheating, if she's seeing someone else, especially when she's going through a difficult time. And I think it's driving the two of you apart. So it's been 6 years, Mr. Crank, so you have a decision to make. It appears that the two of you have been able to have somewhat of a successful relationship, even though for some period of time, even though it started with you both engaging in a level of dishonesty to be together. The question you have to ask yourself is, have we evolved into being better people where we're not going to go and cheat on each other to be with someone else? You say you have, he doesn't know. The answer is still very unclear to him. But I don't know that she can do anything different to convince you. I think that you have to make a choice and you have to decide how you're going to live in this relationship going forward. Because the constant accusations without anything to back it up, all you're doing is undermining your relationship and further driving the two of you apart. So you have a child together, you have a young child together, and you said that, you know, the two of you have argued in front of the children. Don't allow what's going on between the two of you to have an impact on how you raise your children.
Yes, Your Honor.
I wish both of you the best. Good luck.
Thank you. I feel like Judge Faith's verdict was good. It was on point.
Are we gonna keep social media a part of it, or are we gonna?
I feel like I can tone it down for you.
Well, if you tone it
Because
down,
I love you and I want to be with you. I love our family.
I love my family too, and I want to be with you. But you know, we gotta make it work. I mean, I can't
can tone it down.
Can't come in every day from work and just have you stuck on the phone. I see for the future that we can make it work, and you know, we can go on with a better life. If we can't, then we'll be back here when we are married.
I feel like we're gonna get married and keep living our life to the best and raising our family and living to the fullest.